basketball history took place last night. I'll be talking all about that and more. I know my tie is wrinkly. I probably should have pressed it. It's another one of those vintage ones that I got, and I did not press it, so stop making fun of me for that. But I was there. I witnessed a miracle yesterday. I witnessed basketball history taking shape right in front of my eyes, and oh my God, it was an incredible experience. I'm going to tell you all about that in a second and more. Hasan, please don't go to another game. I need the Spurs to win. Sorry. I know I have the opposite effect of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the cooler. I am the guy who brought it back, okay? Let's be real. Yeah, we saw the hand of OG, the hand of God, in action last night, and so much more. I'm going to talk to you all about that. Use a pressing cloth if you iron your ties so they don't get shiny. Okay, thanks, man. People are cooking my boy. Oh my God, it's Charlie Kirk. So Spurs are just a better basketball team, he says in June 15th, 2014. Well, we don't know. We don't have an update. But yeah, I saw Wu-Tang Clan. I saw the power of socialism and the power of friendship in real time defeat a well-equipped enemy team, the Spurs, of course. And I'll tell you all about that right now. In my personal news, I ended the broadcast last night, as you guys know. Will was inebriated. He came over here, and he beat my ass, and he demanded that we go to Madison Square Garden, which we did. We had dumped a decent amount of money for these seats that weren't, like, technically nosebleed seats, but they weren't great either. It was like a weird angle. It was like a weird, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a weird angle. Okay. Did you say hi to Taylor? Yeah, no, I did not. I didn't. I was not mentioned in the celebrities that were invited. I was not mentioned in the celebrities that were invited to watch the game list either. It was a strange vantage point. Here, I'll show you. I think I took a photo of it, didn't I? Oh, wait, we didn't post it. But I guess you can kind of tell from this angle. It's like behind one of the baskets, but like not exactly behind, but just like not in the center. But here, March hosted it. This was our angle. So it's not like terrible, but it's also not, it was actually a lot better than I thought we were going to get, because I thought we were going to be nosebleeds, like literally at the top. But Madison Square Garden is incredible. Its layout is so good. And I will say it's probably the best basketball. It's definitely the best basketball game I will ever watch for the rest of my life. And yeah, it wasn't an ideal seat, but I will say Madison Square Garden, the vibes were exceptional even before basketball history was made. It's unlike the Staples cryptocurrency arena. It's not like, I've been to many Lakers games, right? You guys know this. MSG is a totally different demon, okay? You got the lasers up top. The vibes were insane. Maybe it's because it's the finals, but I mean, it was an exceptional experience. I had similar seats on the other side of the arena for Game 3. It should have been me there in Game 4 instead of you. Yeah, well, sucks to suck for all of you. Do you want the mic? Here, I'll give it to you. Hold on. There you go. There's some people in the room right now. They're shooting a documentary, but they're leaving. But yeah, the vibes were completely out of control. Biggest comeback in NBA history. Does anyone have the other? Does anyone have the other video of our vibes when we first got in? When March was like, I brought my kids to the game. I love when our data nerd, Jules Nader, has done the data, crunched the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. He crunched the numbers. The Spurs absolutely collapsed in the second half. Biggest choke I've ever seen. Yeah, as you guys know, for the record, everyone say thank you right now.
God in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. The Knicks in 5, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread.
So, yeah, this was us. There were many HasanAbi heads, by the way, around us. And then there were some HasanAbi enemies around us, too. Enemies of socialism, enemies of the working class. Maybe some cop-coded Knicks fans that happened to be right in front of us that were like, oh, what is that T-shirt? Because I was wearing the Mom Down It's not T-shirt, and someone was like, that's not my mayor. And then we found out they're from Long Island, which is, I mean, literally, that's not your mayor. So you don't have to worry about that at all, But by the end of the night, we were all expressing camaraderie and comradely behavior as the Knicks brought it back. And what a game it was.
I hate Memphis. Look, I'm wearing the appropriate merchandise. I love the Knicks. I love the New York Knickerbockers. He's not one of us. No, I love the Knicks. Go Knicks and 5. He's also Muslim. That's the point, please.
Yeah, so this was our vantage point, and pretty decent seats overall. Nothing to write home about, but it's not terrible either. And it cost a grip, let's be real. But here's the thing. The Knicks Kafia is insane. I will tell you this, okay? And I hope Will attest to this if he's honest. I know March will. The entire game, okay? The entire game, I was sitting there as Will was contemplating, okay? I was sitting there literally telling him over and over again, it doesn't matter. They're going to bring it back, and they're going to fucking win. Even when they were losing by 29 points, I was like, dude, I know this sounds like a LeBron story, but I'm so glad that there are other people out there who could attest to this. I just kept repeatedly telling them over and over again, you're freaking out, and I know you want to kill yourself right now, but if you kill yourself now, you're going to miss out on the Knicks bringing this back. And I was right. And the reason why I was right, the reason why I said the Knicks were going to bring it back is because they've always brought it back, no matter what the gap looks like, because they are like piranhas, okay? And let's be real, the Spurs team is too young and is not clutch and cannot deal. When they lose their confidence, they lose everything. The whole team falls apart, and we watched it unfold in real time. All it took was for them to cut the lead down by like 5 or 6, and from that point on, it was a wrap. I personally never thought that the Spurs were winning, even when it was plus 29, plus 30, which, by the way, is literally a record-breaking lead. No away team in NBA Finals history, with the exception of the bubble, has ever had a 29-point lead on an away game. It was historic. By halftime, it was already NBA history. And for me, I knew all it would take for the Spurs to bring out the choke point, because they are choke artists, okay, to fucking start choking, was break a couple three-pointers, okay, have the Knicks eat away slowly but surely at the comfortable lead that they had for the first 3 quarters of the goddamn game, and it was a wrap from that point on. Spurs scored 76 points in the first half and 30 in the second half. 76 points. They were shooting at almost an 80% from the three-point line. Do you understand how insane that is? They were at like 78% for the first half from the three-point line. And then they got reversed. It was disgusting. And I'll tell you something, okay? I'll tell you something right now. Were there some bad calls in the first half? Absolutely. Were the Knicks fans losing their damn minds like babies? 100%. Will was. He was literally like the arena. I was worried about the referees making it out alive, okay? The way that Madison Square Garden had decided that the real enemy wasn't the Spurs, but actually the referees, was wild to watch, okay? And no, I don't think Towns got robbed. I think Towns hooked Wemby's arm. I don't think that was a crazy call. I know that was like a big call in contention, and everyone was like, dude, that's fucking. He literally hooked him. He had his arm, like, he grabbed his fucking arm in between his armpits on his way up to the basket. That's a normal call. Like, that's not a fucking crazy. That's not that crazy of a call. There were definitely, the goaltending one was crazy. That was absolutely wrong, right? The goaltending call was wrong. I mean, that straight up was goaltending. Okay, Cornette should have been hit with goaltending on that one. That was goaltending. Fair is fair. I'm calling balls and strikes. Now, we all know there were numerous instances where the Spurs franchise was seen to be a fraudulent franchise. Okay? Yeah, Kyle texted me as well, and he was so weak. He was so weak-willed that he missed the greatest comeback in NBA history. Yeah. In any case, can you show Will's reaction at the end of the game? He was so happy. No, he was losing his mind, dude. He was like, "Please God, please God." And by the way, he shouldn't have been pleading to God. He should have been pleading to Fox, because that's what bricked it at the end, okay? And if it wasn't for him, the outcome could have been so different. If it wasn't for him and OG, the outcome would have been so different. Isn't that crazy? In those final moments, every second matters. And we'll obviously play it. But yeah, they chopped that lead down in the third quarter, really. They chopped that lead down dramatically. I mean, look at the points by quarter, you know? By the end of the first half, they had 76 points to the New York Knicks' 27. It was an insane lead. By the end of the third quarter, the Knicks have put up 26, or not 27, sorry, 49 to 76. They put up 26 points in Q3, the Knicks did, and the Spurs put up only 14, and then only 16 in Q4, as the motherfucking Knicks went crazy mode. They went bananas mode, okay? They went absolutely nutty mode. They were nutted on them. They were nutting, okay? They were shitting. They were farting. They were nutting on the Spurs. It was choke time. It was choke central. It was choke city. This is what happens when you have a young team that are inexperienced, okay? Yeah, Spurs blew their load too early. They were exceptional in the first half. What an incredible game of basketball this was. First half of the game, they were playing demonic style, the Spurs were. They were so confident. They were so cocky, you know? I think it was OG that choke slammed Wemby, like elbowed him in the neck. Wemby fell on the ground, started clapping, said, "I'm in your head. I'm in your head." It turns out the Knicks were down, but they were not out. Yeah, that "I'm in your head" shit is going to haunt them forever. Yeah, Josh Hart, no.
They keep trying to bring him up now.
This literally, look at this. 104, 103. 2 minutes remaining. This lob, this miss, would have been immortalized if it wasn't for Fox. Okay? Like, this would have literally been, he would have been the Fox of the Knicks. Miss layup. Look at Larry David, by the way.
Missed the layup.
Look at Larry David in the background. Look. He's right there. Look.
Missed the layup.
He almost died, bro. You almost killed Larry David, bro. You almost killed him. Larry David has never felt that excited in his whole damn life, dude. You can't be making him respond to things that fast. Yeah. This straight up, if it wasn't for OG and if it wasn't for Fox, this is the career killer for Hart. Also, I gotta say, shouts out to the Swagapinos. Pinoy Gang put up insane numbers. Okay? Pinoy Gang carried the fuck out of this shit on the Spurs side. Respect. Anyway, how about that game ticket switch up? You lucked out, go to decision? What do you mean? Oh, from G3 to G4? Yeah. No, yeah, I know. We could have gone and watched the most ass game of all time, and instead we watched the best game of all time. One of the greatest. I cannot believe that I was in the room for one of the greatest NBA Finals games that will literally probably take decades to have anything similar, like a comparable experience. But goddamn OG, man, he's so good. I mean, he was lethal. He was lethal on the 3-point line. He was lethal with the key blocks. I mean, he had so many incredible moments, dude. Holy fuck. He had so many incredible moments. It was exceptional gameplay. It was fantastic to watch. Respect to OG.